Hello everybody. I was gonna read English Grammar in Use, the self-study book. This is mainly for, as you can see, it's intermediate and it's kind of middle level. So this is the reference or go to the Redmond. It's been published 1994 again, sort of. This is the best book I found for the sort of beginners to study. So I'm gonna go through. This is contents page. First to all the way down to the 16. It's past perfect. So we start this whole sentence, the present sentence at the beginning, the fourth chapter. Then go to the past 5 and 6, and 7 to 10 would be the present perfect or the present continuous, and the simple version. So we can focus after that the 13, 14, 15, and 16. The present perfect and the past, and the present perfect and present continuous. So if you bear with me, so how we're gonna do is, this is just my secret when I start my university in Bournemouth. I just carry on with out loud, which means you speak out yourself. Just a chapter, the first part of the book. Then if you can do 1 or 2 exercise, but I skip. Then do the second as a reading whole chapter one by one. So it's fairly straightforward. It will take, let's say, a good hour, but we will see how we get on. So present continuous. I am doing. If you can read with me while I'm reading it. So study this example situation. Anne is in her car. She is on her way to work. She is driving to work. This means she is driving now at the time of speaking. The action is not finished. So, as you can see, she is driving to work. So this is happening now, as you can see on the picture. So M is R ing, the ing form. It is a present continuous. So I am driving. Short for I am driving. He is driving, or she is working. It is doing. So short for he's driving, or he's working, he's doing. So she's driving, she's working, she's doing, and it is doing. So it is doing something. So we are doing. You are working. They driving. They are driving. So you are working. We are doing. So I am I am doing something mean I am in the middle of doing something. I have started doing it and I haven't finished it yet. Often the action is happening at the time of speaking. This is an example. For example, the please don't make so much noise. I am working, not I work. Where is Margaret? She is having a bath, not she has a bath. Let's go out now. It isn't raining anymore. Not it doesn't rain at the party. So this is one of the scene. Hello Jane, are you enjoying the party? Not do you enjoy? So I am tired. I'm going to bed now tonight. So we say good night. But the action is not necessarily happening at the time of speaking. For example, Tom and Anne are talking in the cafe. Tom, the guy, says, I am reading an interesting book at the moment. I will lend it to you when I have finished it. That's good, Tom. And Mike gonna say, I can borrow it. So Tom is not reading the book at the time of speaking. He means that he has started but not finished it yet. He is in the middle of reading it. Some more example. So Catherine was in the work. Catherine wants to work in Italy, so she is learning Italian, but perhaps she isn't learning Italian exactly at the time of speaking. Some friends of mine are building their own house. They hope it will be finished before next summer. We use the present continuous when we talk about things happen in the period around now. For example, today, this week, this evening, etc. Give you more example. You are working hard today. Yes, I have a lot to do. Not you work hard today. Is Susan working this week? No, she's on holiday. We use the present continuous when we talk about changings happening around now. The population of the world is rising very fast, not rise. Is your English getting better? Not. Does your English get better? So present simple, the next chapter. I do. Study this example and the situation. So Alex is a bus driver, but now he is in bed asleep. So he's not driving. So he is not driving a bus. He is asleep, but he drives a bus. He is a bus driver. So drives, works, and do, does, etc. The present simple. I drive, I work, I do, we drive, we work, we do. You drive, you work, you do. They drive, they work, they do. He drives, he works, he does. She drives, she works, she does. It drives, it works, it does. So you can see he, she, it, they use as every time there. So we use the present simple to talk about things in general. We are not thinking only about now. We use it to say that something happened all the time or repeatedly, or that something is true in general. It's not important whether the action is happening at the time of speaking. So I'll give you some more example. Nurses look after patients in hospitals. I usually go away at weekends. The earth goes around the sun. Remember that we says he, she is, it is. Don't forget the S at the end. I work, but he works. They teach, but my sister teaches. With the ES. For spelling S or ES, you can see appendix 6. We can go back to that. We use do or does to make questions and negative sentences. Do I work? Do I come? Do I do? We do work. We do. No. Do we come? Do we do? Do you work? Do you come? Do you do? Do they work? Do they come? Do they do? Does he work? Does he come? Does he do? Does she work? Does she comes? Does she do? Does it work? Does it come? Does it do? I don't work. I don't come. I don't do. We don't work. We don't come. We don't do. You don't work. You don't come. You don't do. They don't work. They don't work. They don't come. They don't do. He doesn't work. He doesn't come. He doesn't do. She doesn't work. She doesn't come. She doesn't do. It doesn't work. It doesn't come. It doesn't do. So this is a set of example. So I come from Canada. Where do you come from? Would you like a cigarette? No, I think I don't smoke. No thanks. I don't smoke. So what does this word mean? Now what means this word? So this is very useful sentence. What does this word mean? So I always asked, even still now, So you pick up some sentence all in here. You can use 2 sentences a day. So you will make best out of this. Rice doesn't goes in the cold climate. In the following example, do is work, also the main verb. What do you do? What is your job? I work in a shop. He is so lazy. He doesn't do anything to help me. Not he doesn't anything. So we use the present simple when we say how often we do things. So I get up at 8 o'clock every morning, not I getting. Often, how often do you go to the dentist? Not how often are you going. And doesn't drink tea very often. In summer, John usually plays tennis once or twice a week. I promise or I apologize, etc. Sometimes we do things by saying or something. For example, when you promise to do something, you can say I promise. When you suggest something, you can say I suggest. We use the present simple, promise and suggest, etc. These two in sentence like this. So it's always good to practice in the full sentence. I promise I won't be late. So not I am promising. What do you suggest I do? I suggest that you. So in apologies. So in same way we say I apologize, I advise, I insist, I agree, I refuse, etc. So you can make some sentence out from there. You can repeat out loud, or you can make your own sentence. So this is unit 3, present continuous and a present simple. I am doing and I do. Study the explanation and compare the example. Present continuous, I am doing. Use the continuous for something. This is happening at or around the time of speaking. The action is not finished, so I am doing. That's a classic example. So that's a past, and that's now, and that's a future. So I am doing is the present continuous sentences. So let's give you some example so we can practice. So this, the water is boiling. Can you turn it off? Listen to those people. What language are they speaking? Let's go out. It isn't raining now. So that's very good sentence practice. So I can repeat it. Let's go out. It isn't raining now. Don't disturb me. I am busy. Why? What are you doing? So what are you doing is a good one. I am doing and I am going to bed now. Good night. Maria is in Britain at the moment. So she's in England. She is learning English. Use the continuous for a temporary situation. I am living with some friends until I find a flat. You are working hard today? Yes, I have got a lot to do. So this is present simple, which is I do. Use the simple for things in general or things that happen repeatedly. So as a present, I do. So that's a repeat. It's continuing the regularly happening. So past or the future. So that's in the middle. Happening now, but regularly happen. So water. I'll give you some example. So water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Excuse me, do you speak English? So this is a very good one. Excuse me, do you speak English? And you can practice with your friends. It doesn't rain very much in summer. What do you usually do at weekend? What do you usually do at weekends? That's a good sentence. What do you do? What is your job? I always go to bed before midnight. Most people learn to swim when they are children. Use the simple for permanent situation, something permanent, not temporary. Yeah? My parents live in London. They have lived there all their lives. John isn't lazy. He works very hard most of the time. Like me, my name is John. So I always do and I always doing. Usually we say I always do something. I do it every time. So this very regularly. So I always go to work by car. Not I am always going. So you can also say I am always doing something, but this has a different meaning. For example, I have lost my key again. I am always losing things. So this guy lose the key. So it's always same happen. So I am always losing things does not mean that I lose things every time. It means that I lose things too often, more often than normal. So you can pronounce it often or often. So you are always with ing form mean that you do something very often, more often than the speakers think it is normal or reasonable. So give you example. You are always watching television. You should do something more active. John is never satisfied. He always complaining. So unit 4. How are you guys doing? Everybody good? So present continuous and present simple. The second part. I am doing and I do. So we use continuous tense only for action and happening. So I give you an example. They are eating. It is raining, etc. So some verbs, for example, know and like, are not action verb. So this is a very technical term, action verb. So know and like. You cannot say I am knowing or they are liking. You can only say I know, they like. So if somebody say they are liking, then it's a wrong grammar basically. So or some other people in advance. They could say they are liking something, but they like a thing. But that's probably the better grammar. So the following verbs are not normally used in the continuing tense, like, love, hate, want, need, prefer, know, realize, suppose, mean, understand, believe, remember, belong, contain, consist, depend, seem. I'm hungry. I want something to eat, not I am wanting. Do you understand what I mean? So this is very important tense, guys, so you can repeat again. Do you understand what I mean? So when I read this, you need to read also after me. That'll be very useful for you. So Anne doesn't seem very happy at the moment. When think means believe, do not use continuous. What do you think or believe will happen? Not what are you thinking? So, but you look serious. Are you thinking? What are you thinking about? What are you going on your mind? I am thinking of giving up my job. I'm considering. So I'm considering giving up my job. So you can change that. So you always change the different sentence to practice. So when we mean suppose, etc., do not use continuous. We are enjoying our holiday. We have nice room in the hotel. Not we are having a nice room in the hotel, but we are enjoying our holiday. We are having a great time. See, hear, smell, taste. We normally use the present simple, not continuous, with these verbs. Do you see that man over there? Not. Are you seeing? This room smells. Let's open a window. Let's open a window. We often use or can plus see, hear, smell, taste. Listen. Do you hear something? But you can use the continuous with see. I am seeing. When the meaning is having a meeting with, especially in the future. So give you example. I am seeing the manager tomorrow morning. So you use I am seeing the manager tomorrow morning. So meaning is having a meeting. So seeing is having a meeting. That's what I mean. Okay, the next one. He is selfish and he is being selfish. The present continuous of be is I am being, he is being, you are being, etc. I am being, same meaning as I am behaving. I am acting. To compare, I can't understand why he is being so selfish. He isn't usually like that. Being selfish, behaving selfishly at the moment. So don't care about other people. That's what selfish means. But he never think about other people. He's very selfish. Not he's being selfish. He is selfish generally, not only at the time, at the moment. We use am, is, are, being to say how somebody is behaving. It is not usually possible in other sentences. It is hot today, not it is being hot. Sarah is very tired, not is being tired. So look and feel. You can use the present simple and continuous when you say how somebody look or feel now. So it's about feeling and the look. You look well today, or you looking well today. How do you feel now, or how do you feeling now? But I'm usually feel tired in the morning. Now I am usually feeling. So past simple, I did study this example. So Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Australian musician and composer. He lives from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5 and wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He is only 35 years old when he died. So he died very young. So the Mozart, many of his music, lived, started, lived, started, wrote, was, that are all past simple. So when you read newspaper, you will see most past simple sentence. Quite interesting. Very often, the past simple ends in ed, so that's regular verb. So I'm working in the travel agency now, a travel agency now. Before that, I worked in a shop. So now they're talking about what happened before the shop. So this person. So you can read it again. So you can change your sentence. I work in a travel agency now. Before that, I worked in a shop. We invite them to our party, but they decide not to come. The police stopped me on my way home last night. She passed her examination because she studied very hard. For spelling, stopped it, studied it, etc. See appendix. But many verbs are irregular. The past simple does not end in ed. For example, write, wrote, see, saw, go, went, shot, and shoot. So this is present and that's the past. So past is the yesterday. So give you example. Mozart wrote more than 600 pieces of music. We saw Rose in town a few days ago. I went to cinema 3 times last week. It was cold, so I shut the window. For the last irregular verb, we can have a look at appended one more example. In question and negative, we use did or didn't in infinitive. Enjoy, see, and go. So I enjoyed, I saw, I went. She enjoyed, she saw, she went. They enjoy, they saw, they went. Did you enjoy? Did you see? Did you go? Did she enjoy? Did she see? Did she go? Did they enjoy? Did they see? Did they go? I didn't enjoy. I didn't see. I didn't go. She didn't enjoy. She didn't go see, or she didn't go. They didn't enjoy. They didn't see. They didn't go. So A and B, that's a conversation. Did you go out last night? Yes, I went to the cinema, but I didn't enjoy the film much. When did Mr. Thomas die? About 10 years ago. They didn't invite her in a party, so she didn't go. Did you have time to write the letter? No, I didn't. Be careful when I do. It is the main verb in the tense. What do you do at the weekend? Not what did you do at the weekend? So this is the right sentence. Let's do again. This is a good sentence. What did you do at the weekend? What did you do at the weekend? So you can ask your friends. I didn't do anything. Not I didn't anything. The past of be, am, is, are, is, was, and were. I was. I wasn't. He was. He wasn't. She was. She wasn't. It was. It wasn't. Was I? Was he? Was she? Was it? They were. They weren't. You were. You weren't. They were. They weren't. Were we? Were you? Were they? Note that we do not use did in negative and question with was and were. So, for example, I was angry because they were late. Was the weather good when you were on holiday? They weren't able to come because they were so busy. Did you go out last night? Or were you too tired? So past continuous. I was doing. Study this situation. Yesterday, Karen and Jim played tennis. The beginning at 10 o'clock and finish at 11:30. So at 10:30 they were playing tennis. So 10:30 they were playing tennis. They were in the middle of playing. So They had not finished playing was ing or were ing in the past continuous. It was I was playing, I was doing, I was working. He was playing, he was doing, he was working. It was playing, it was doing, it was working. We were playing, we were doing, we were working. They were playing, they were doing, they were working, etc. So we use the past continuous to say somebody was in the middle of doing something at a certain time. The action or the situation had made started before this time but had not finished. So I started doing the past. I was doing in the middle of. This is now the now is here. So the past I finished doing. So I finished this in the past for doing something, and now this is here the present. Yep. So this time last year I was living in Brazil. What were you doing at 10 o'clock last night? I waved her, but she wasn't looking. Compare past continuous I was doing and past simple I did. Past continuous is the middle of an action. I was working home when I met Dave. In the middle of working home and was watching television when the phone rang. So Anne was watching television when the phone rang. The past simple is complete action, so it's a finish action. So I worked home after the party last night. So he walked home after the party last night, all the way completely, and watched television a lot when she was ill last year. We often use the past simple and the past continuous and together to say that something happened in the middle of something else. So Tom burns his hand when he was cooking the dinner. I saw you in the park yesterday. You were sitting on the grass and reading a book. While I was working in the garden, I hurt my back. Oh dear. But we use the past simple to say that one thing happened after the another. I was working alongside the road when I saw Dave, so I stopped and we had a chat. So compare. When Karen arrived, we were having dinner. We had already started dinner before Karen arrived. When Karen arrived, we had a dinner. First Karen arrived and then we had a dinner. That's the same meaning. So there are some verbs, for example, know, want, believe, that are not normally used in the continuous sentences, I guess. So we were good friends. I know each other well. We know each other well. We knew each other well. Not we were knowing. I was enjoying the party, but Chris wanted to go home, not was wanting. So I can read the last sentence. I was enjoying the party, but Chris wanted to go home. Well done, guys, if you come this far. So present perfect. First part I have done. Study this example situation. So Tom is looking for his key. He can't find it. He has lost his key. He has lost his key. That means he lost it and he still hasn't got it. Have, has, lost is the present perfect simple. So I have finished. So I have lost. I have done. I have been. For the short is I have finished. I have lost. I've done. I've been. We have finished. We have lost. We have done. We have been. They have finished. They have lost. They have done. They have been. So they've finished. They've lost. So they've done. They have been. So you have finished. You have lost. You have done. You have been. He has finished. So he has lost. He has done. He has been. She has finished. She has lost. She has done. She has been. It has finished. It has lost. It has done. It has been, etc. So important to say all that word accurately if you can. No one is perfect, but we try. The present perfect simple is have, has, past participle. The past participle is often ends with ed, which is past tense, finished, decided, etc. But many important verbs are irregular: lost, done, been, written, etc. For a list of the irregular verb, appendix 1, so there's more example. When we use the present perfect, they have always connect with now, which is present. The action is in the past, has resulted now. Where is key? I don't know. I have lost it. I haven't got it now. He told me he has name, but I've forgotten it. I can't remember it now. Is Sally here? No, she's gone out. She's out now. I can't find my bag. Have you seen it? Do you know where it is now? So that's a good sentence. I can't find my bag. Have you seen it? Do you know where it now? We often use the present perfect to give new information or announce recent happening, something news. Oh, I've got my finger. The road is closed. There has been an accident. From the news, the police has arrested 2 men in the connect with the robbery. You can use present perfect with just, already, and yet. just mean a short time ago. Would you like something to eat? Would you like something to eat? No, thanks. I've just had a lunch. Would you like something to eat? No, thanks. I have just had a lunch. I have had lunch. I have just had lunch, which is just not long ago. Hello, have you just arrived? So when you just arrive, somebody asks you, hello, have you just arrived? It's asking you okay, or you just arrived now? So we use already to say that something happened sooner than expected. So don't forget the post, the letter. Will you? I have done posted already. So I have already posted. So that finished it already. What time is Mark leaving? He's already gone. Yet until now, and shows that the speaker is expecting something to happen, but yet only is a question is negative sentence. So I give you what the meaning. For example, has it stopped raining yet? I have written the letter, but I haven't posted yet. So notes the difference between gone or to and been to. So Jim is always on holiday. He has gone to Spain. He is there now or on his way there. So Jane is back home from holiday now. She has been in Italy. She has now come back from Italy. So are you doing all? A few more to go. So present perfect I have done. So study this example. Dave, Jane is the character here. So I can read it out loud. So Dave, have you traveled a lot, Jane? Yes, I have been to lots of places. Really? Have you ever been to China? Yes, I have been to China twice. What about India? No, I haven't been to India. So that's the Jane's life and the period until now. That's the past. So they're asking about have you been to China? And she already been a couple of times, a few times. When we talk about period of time that continues from the past until now, we use the present perfect. So I'm in trouble. Here, Dave and Jane are talking about the place Jane has visited in her life, which is the period that continues until now. So have you ever eaten caviar in your life? I have never had a cow. Have you read Hamlet? That's one of the Shakespeare's books. No, I haven't read of the Shakespeare's play. Susan really loved that film. She's seen it 8 times. What a boring film. The movie, yeah? It is the most boring film I ever seen. It is the following example to the speaker are talking about the period that continue until now. So recently in the last few days so far since breakfast, etc. Have you heard from Greg recently? So this is a very recent time. So have you met a lot of people in the last few years? In the last few years, probably not long ago, few days, sorry. So in the last few days. So everything goes well. Have you had any problem so far? So I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. So from breakfast until now. So this is now and this is the past. So from breakfast until now, so this person saying I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since the breakfast. So it is nice to see you again. We haven't seen each other for a long time. We used the present perfect with today, this morning, this evening, etc. When these periods are not finished at the time of speaking. So I haven't drunk 4 cups of the coffee today. Perhaps I will drink more before today is finished. Have you had a holiday this year yet? I have seen Tom this morning. Have you? Ron hasn't worked very hard this time. Note that we say it is the first time something has happened. Present perfect, for example. This is the first time I have driven a car. So this person is trying to get a license. So Don is having a driving lesson. He's very nervous and unsure because it is his first lesson. So it is the first time he has driven a car, not drives, or he has never driven a car before. So Linda lost her passport again. It is the second time this has happened, not happens. This is a lovely meal. This is a lovely meal. It is the first good meal I have had for ages. Not I have. Bill is phoning his girlfriends again. This is the third time he has phoned her this evening. So present perfect continuous I have doing. It has been raining. Study the example situation. It is raining. No. But the ground is wet. It has been raining. Have has been ing form, the present perfect continuous. I have been doing. So I have been waiting. I have been playing. We have been doing. We have been waiting. We have been playing. You have been doing. You have been waiting. You have been playing. He has been doing. He has been waiting. He has been playing. So he, she, it must use has. Okay, everybody? Cool. Let's give some more example. We use the present continuous continuously for the activity it has recently stopped or just stopped. This connected with noun. they are the connection with now. These are the connection now. You are out of breath. Have you been running? You are out of breath now. Paul is very tired. He has working very hard. He's tired now. Why are your clothes so dirty? What have you been doing? I've been talking to Carol about the problem. She thinks that it has been raining for 2 hours. Study this example situation. This is raining now. It is raining now. It began raining 2 hours ago and has still raining. So how long has it been raining? It has rained for 2 hours. We often use the present perfect continuous in this way, especially with how long or for and since. The activity is still happening as this example or has just stopped. How long have you been learning English? You are still learning English, as all we are. Tim is still watching television. He has been watching television all day. Dear, where have you been? I've been looking for you for the last half hour. George isn't been feeling well recently. You have used present perfect continuous for action. Repeat over a period of time. Debbie is very good tennis player. She has been playing since she was 8. Every morning they meet in the same cafe. They have been going there for years, so always go. Very often happening. Compare I am doing. I have been doing. So I am doing present continuous. So I have been doing present perfect continuous. So this is now happening. Don't disturb me now. I'm working. We need umbrella. It's raining. Hurry up. We are waiting. So I have been doing so perfect, present perfect, continuous. So this is happening what I'm doing now, really. I've been working hard, so now I am going to have a rest. The ground is wet. It has been raining. We have been waiting for hours. So repeat, and let's do unit 10, and then we're gonna have some rest. Present perfect continuous and simple. I have been doing or I have done. Study this situation, and clothes are covered with paint. She has been painting the ceiling. It has painted for the present perfect continuous. We are interested in the activity. It does not matter whether some has been finished or not. In this example, the activities is painting. The ceiling has not been finished. So that's why it's saying she has been painting. So next example, the ceiling was white, now it's blue. She has painted the ceiling. Has painting is present perfect simple. Here the important thing that something has been finished. has painting is a completed action. We are interested in the result of the activity. The paint ceiling, not in the activity itself. So it's a finished action. So compare this example. My hands are very dirty. I have been repairing a car. She's been smoking too much recently. She should smoke less. So it's nice to see you again. What have you been doing since we last met? So this is a very good question. I repeat. It's nice to meet you again. What have you been doing since we last met? It's very nice to see you again. What have you been doing since we last met? Where have you been? Have you been playing tennis? The car is okay now. I have repaired it. Somebody has smoked all my cigarettes. The packer is empty. Where is the book I have given you? What have you done with it? Have you ever played tennis? We use continuous to ask to say how long for the activities that are still happening. How long have you been reading the book? Mary is writing letter. She's been writing letter all day. They have been playing tennis since 2 o'clock. We use the simple to ask to say how much, how many, or how many times. Complete the action. How many pages of the books have you read? Mary has written 10 letters today. You have played tennis 3 times this week. These are the some verbs, for example, know, like, believe. They are normally not used in the continuous. I've been knowing about it for a long time. Not I've been knowing. Okay guys, I gotta go. Have a nice day and have a good practice.